I'm Pahani Vijaysurya, and this is my 30 days mindfulness journey. I started this as an assignment for my diploma in applied psychology and counseling, but to be honest, soon it turned into something just more than an assignment. When I first started this, I had the wrong idea about what mindfulness is. I thought mindfulness is all about sitting still, meditating perfectly, and somehow clearing off all my thoughts. And honestly, that felt impossible, especially for someone like me. My life is busy, my life is chaotic, my surrounding is so loud and chaotic, and my thoughts are loud. And patience isn't the best quality I had. But what I learned over these 30 days is that mindfulness is not only about meditating. It's about living in the moment. It's about noticing small things. It's about paying attention to what's happening around me and within me. And that's when things started to change.
One of the biggest changes I made was where I practiced mindfulness. My house is usually chaotic, so I started to meditate at the temple instead. Not just because I'm a Buddhist, but because the temple felt calmer, more peaceful. It gave me space to breathe, to let go of distractions, and to just be. I even got help from the monk there. He taught me how to focus on my breath, how to observe my thoughts without judgment, and how to come back to the present moment whenever my mind wandered. But what surprised me the most was how deeply I connected with nature during this challenge. It was probably the best thing I've experienced in a long time. I started to admire the colors in the sky, the patterns of sunlight through the trees, the sound of sea waves, and even the smallest details like leaves moving in the wind. Even when I was back in my usual busy and chaotic life, I caught myself pausing just to take it all in. And that felt so calming, almost like hitting a rest button. I won't say it was always easy. Some days I struggled. I got distracted, felt restless, and even frustrated. But the more I practiced, the more I realized that mindfulness isn't about getting it right. It's about showing up even when it's messy. And while I know I haven't mastered anything yet, I can already feel small changes.
As Buddhist practice is Sila, Samadhi, and Prajna. These are the three practices that we practice in all through Buddhism. In whatever the state we are in, we practice these three practices. Sila is the virtuous behavior or moral conduct. And we've discussed about Sila in a separate video. If you haven't watched it and if you don't know what Sila is, you can watch it right here. So Sila is basically the ethical and the moral conduct.
What I started as an assignment turned into something more than just an assignment. Never in my life I felt this grounded, this present, or this at peace. While this is just the beginning, I know I will walk down this path, especially along the lines of Buddhist mindfulness practices. The temple, the guidance from the monk, especially this whole experience has shown me what it means to slow down, pay attention, and especially live in the moment. I'm also more connected to nature now. I started to notice small details like the way the leaves moves, the sound of the wind, and I know Those little moments of awareness is something that I never want to lose. This isn't the end. This is the beginning of something that I didn't know that I needed. That's it. 30 days of mindfulness. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't always easy. But it was worth it.